What's up, Heat Nation? Back with another video for you today. So for today's video, want to talk about another potential trade the Miami Heat can make before the February 8th trade deadline. But before I do, I just want to thank everybody for their continued support of my channel. If you guys could please hit subscribe. I'm on my path to 700 subscribers, and it would mean a lot to me for showing some support. So please sub to the channel if you can, and like, comment, and share on this video. So thank you again. So Miami Heat have lost 6 games in a row, as I mentioned in my last video, and we're struggling mightily, and our big three are not playing well together. And I don't see the Miami Heat or Pat Riley trading Tyler Hero, and I don't know if that's the number one solution. I feel like we should put him on the bench and start Duncan Robinson first and foremost and shake up that starting lineup, because Terry Rozier, Tyler, Bam, and Jimmy and Haywood, that starting lineup has not worked. I don't think if you swap out Haywood for Jaime or Caleb, it's going to make much of a difference. So I think we need to make a move. So again, this is just my opinion, hypothetical moves, small moves. No, we're not going to be able to get a superstar or an all-star no matter who we trade. So there's a few guys that I think that can make a slight impact on this team. We need a shakeup. We need to infuse new talent and new players and try to revitalize and re-energize our team, kind of like how Kevin Love did last year when our team was struggling. He came in and kind of took over that locker room and did a good job of building chemistry with the team really fast and getting us rejuvenated for the playoffs. So anyway, the Detroit Pistons are obviously one of the worst teams in the NBA, and they look like they've been planning on moving some of their players, offloading some of their contracts, like Bogdanovich and other players that I think are available. And there's 2 guys that I think that could make an impact on this Miami Heat team. Those 2 players are Danilo Gallinari and Monte Morris. Danilo, 35 years old. He's getting older, dealing with injuries in the past, but he's been a Miami Heat target in the past, someone we wanted to recruit a while back. And he could be a good fit next to Bam Adebayo as our starting power forward or backup power forward. He is 6'10" and 215 or 20 pounds, and he is definitely someone that can help us offensively. Right now, we're struggling. Our offensive rating is 23rd in the league out of 30 teams, which is horrible. And so Danilo is someone that can definitely help us spread the floor next to Bam Adebayo, so that him and Jimmy can operate within that mid-range and that paint area. So he's someone that could be intriguing. He got traded from the Washington Wizards to the Detroit Pistons. He's only played 2 games with them, but prior to that, on the Wizards, he played 26 games. He was averaging 7 points per game, 3 assists, or 3 rebounds, 1 assist, in 14 minutes. And with Detroit, he's averaging only 13 minutes per game, 8.5 points, 2.5 assists, 2 rebounds. And he is shooting 1,000%. That's only across 2 games. Was shooting 31%, which is not great, but his career average is 38%. Like, he's had multiple years where he's shot in the high 40s. So, and he's been a capable scorer when he was younger. Averaged 20 points per game at one point, multiple times, and was consistently averaging 15, 16 points per game. So Danilo can be someone that could play next to Bam, who's got height, who has the ability to rebound. Not as good as Bam, but he's someone who could spread the floor and someone who's tall, who could help us rebound and box out. And the other player is Monte Morris. He is a backup point guard that we could definitely use. Monte is not playing much. He's out of the rotation in Detroit. He played his first 6 years or 7 years with the Denver Nuggets. And so this season he's averaging 7 points, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. He's only played 1 game, actually, because he was traded from the Washington Wizards as well, actually. So he was doing good with the Wizards, though. He was averaging, or last season, 10 points, 5 assists, 3 rebounds per game. And he was shooting 38% from 3 last year. The year before that, 39, 38. So he's a 39% career 3-point shooter. So Monte Morris is someone who can come in, who tries hard defensively, He is a okay playmaker for a backup point guard, and he's someone who could spread the floor. So he could definitely help our second unit right now because we don't have a backup point guard, and he is someone that can help distribute the rock, get people in the right spots, and someone that could spread the floor and hit some threes right now because our bench is not playing really well during the 6-game losing streak, and the whole team is shooting like shit, with the exception of like the Boston game, but we still got our ass beat, so it doesn't really matter. But I think these two guys can help us in two areas that we need: one, a backup point guard, and one, either a backup power forward or a starting power forward next to Bam. So not the most exciting trade or move, but again, we need to add different pieces to this team, and we need to try to save the season before it gets out of hand. We're going to be playing the Clippers and Magic and the Suns and the Sacramento Kings and the Celtics again, and we don't have too many easy games with the exception of the Wizards next week, I think on Friday. So we need to make some sort of marginal move, and this move could work. And so what we would have to give up for this trade would be 4 players. So 4 for 2 doesn't sound ideal, but one of them would be Drew Smith. He's making a few $1 million. So swapping him for Monte, I think that's a win. We need to include Jay Rich, who's making around $3 million this season. Then we need to include Caleb Martin as well, and we need to throw in Thomas Bryant. So we are going to be losing players, but we do have some G League players that we can keep, and I guess put as one of our 15 players. So yeah, not the greatest idea. We would have to give up 4 players to make the contracts match, the salaries match. So, but those are 2 guys that I think that could help this team, and it could be worth a shot. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. This could be stupid, but yeah, just let me know your thoughts. Thanks, guys.